Wow. I would like to thank the Academy Board of Governors for this honorable recognition, which moves me deeply. As a Mexican, as an artist, and most importantly, as a human being, I thank you from the depth of my heart for taking the time to experience Carne y Arena and honoring it with this special award. And there is no better prize in life than the one that you win without competing and with no award seasons. And to share the space with great masters, Madame Agnès Barda, Owen Roisman, Charles Burnett, and Donald Sutherland. It's a dream. This project was born as a creative experiment with no commercial or profit intention, and so many people just trusted in it and gave so much, even when we didn't know how to do it or how it will end. And I would like to thank them first. I would like to thank first my dear friend and collaborator, Emmanuel Chivo Lubezki. Chivo. This project will not be what it is without his genius. To Mary Parent, producer, friend, and guardian angel of this project. Mary, you and Legendary made this project possible. Thank you very much. To Miucha Prada, who was the first co-conspirator of this idea 5 years ago, and her team at Fondazione Prada. To Laureen, Powell Jobs, and Emerson Collective for their support and commitment to the cause of immigrants. To producer Kathy Calhoun and her passion. To Tim Alexander and the team of ILM. To Ethan Stearns for his devotion, and Philip Messina for his beautiful design. My brother Martin Hernandez, Karsten Nicolai, Randy Thorne, Steve Golin, Neil Calderhouse, and the real BR pioneer, Noni de la Peña. To Arnon Milchin for making the installation at LACMA possible. And to Michael Govan and his team at LACMA for taking us in even when this was only an idea. To Thierry Fremont, Michael Mann, and John Bailey for their support and belief in this project. To Guillermo del Toro, Alfonso Cuarón, for their friendship and always wise and dangerous advice. To Gustavo Flores, Eric Hedeyat, Javier Chapa, Eduardo Vázquez, Jorge Volpi, Ricardo Rafael, La Ciudad de México, UNAM, and the Tlatelolco Museum. To Alejandro Ramirez for helping make this installation in Mexico possible. To Mayor Sound for donating their equipment and their services. To Marieladia, my wife, my son and my daughter, Eliseo and Marieladia, who I love and con quien comparto la conciencia de inmigrantes. And finally, but not any less important, to Federico Bustamante, director of Casa Libre, and to each and every one of the immigrants who trust us and participate in this project, sharing their stories to the world, and they made this project something theirs and really true. I would like now to say and to share some reflection, and I promise I will do my best to improve my very bad English. But I want to say that our only ideologies have fucked up the world. Not the people, but the ideas we have about those people. And these ideas, and the ideas that they have about us, those ideas are attached to words. Words that only serve to reiterate and reaffirm those ideas. Our ideas. But the idea of a thing, place, or person is not the actual thing, place, or person. It is just an abstraction. A word is just an interpretation that inevitably pigeonholes and reduces the complex and true reality of that thing, place, or person. Ideologies, as its name indicates, only feed from ideas and words, are the bullets that we shoot towards reality. Because the biggest enemy ideologies have is reality. And the interpretation of reality only through ideas and words inevitably distances, mislead, blind us, and prevent us from actually seeing reality. When the world, let's put an example, rapist or illegal alien is fired, the reality of a certain human life or a community, the whole community, is reduced to an idea. And whoever believes or possesses and fires that idea ends up impoverishing, misleading, and degrading their perception of reality and the one of everyone around them. But no matter how many tweets to the right or to the left and all our blah, 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 real, true reality will remain unaltered. 10 years ago, while preparing my film Babel, I had the privilege of getting a glimpse into the reality of hundreds of Mexican and Central American immigrants, most of them women, children, and young people whose lives had been devastated by extreme poverty, domestic violence, hunger, war, rape, and death threats from violent cartels and gangs. Their situation was so desperate that they were willing to become one more among the 6,000 immigrants who have died during the last 10 years in the desert while seeking for life refuge, willing to risk their lives and die with their children rather than returning to their home countries, our countries, who have failed, betrayed, and abandoned them. Every phrase, every story, each one of their realities was deeply touching and moving. I don't know how many of the people who will soon decide the future of the 800,000 DACA recipients have had the privilege of meeting one of them in person, look them in the eyes, or listen to their stories. But I am sure that if they do and see the real reality firsthand, they will understand them. And if they understand them, they will love them. Because as Master Thich Nhat Hanh said, understanding is love's other name. If you don't understand, you can't love. Carne y Arena is a humble first attempt at exploring the human condition and expressing and sharing a reality through the birth of a new art. Yes, we are standing in the face of a new art form whose language and visual grammar we are still attempting to understand, and which the new generations will explore and discover, taking it to unimagined places. Our intention from the beginning was to subordinate the technology to the human emotions, to explore one of the oldest themes and conflicts in human history with the newest technology possible. A technology that, depending on how it is used, will separate us, altering, reducing, and deforming our perception of reality with only vulgar, profit-driven interest, or will unite us by giving us artistic experiences, or even, if only virtually, a slice of our complex reality so that we can understand each other and therefore love each other more. Personally, I am not interested in technology to reinvent or escape reality. I am interested in technology as a tool to embrace reality and, like in the immense oceans, submerge myself and discover, transform, appreciate its beauty and great mystery. Today, right here, millions of people seeking refuge are virtually present, although physically invisible. I dedicate and receive this beautiful recognition on behalf of all the immigrants from Mexico, Central America, Asia, Africa, and all corners of the world whose reality has been ignored and held hostage by ideologies and definitions, denying them the possibility of being understood and loved. Thank you very much.